Hey, and welcome. This is Stuart from The Simple Truth. And this morning, what I want to talk about is the thoughts that go through your mind. You see, whatever you think about gets manifested inside of you, and you're actually going to end up going towards that in your life. So I want to ask you this particular question. What are you thinking about right now? Because what you're thinking about could have a very big impact in your day and week that lies ahead. Are you thinking positive thoughts? Are you thinking negative thoughts? It's so important to be aware of those thoughts that are going through your mind. So there's a process that I can assist you to make sure that the day, the week ahead remains as a positive outlook. So how do we go about this? Well, it's quite straightforward and simple. What I need you to do is you take a piece of paper, and on the top of the paper, you start writing down all of these successes that you've had in the last week, the last month, even in the last year. And you start acknowledging all the successes. Now, these typical successes could be something very small. For instance, it could be something where you actually managed to make a cup of coffee for somebody or buy some flowers for somebody. Maybe you got that listing appointment that was just such a great listing appointment. It came out at well priced. The sellers were on key to assist you to go forward with this particular property. You see, so many times we forget about what we have done, even those little successes. So what I want you to do, make sure that you get this list. Make sure that you compile it so that you understand, hey, last week, these were my successes. And it doesn't matter how big or how small they are. You start to recognize those successes. You see, when you start seeing these successes that you've actually done in the past, you're going to start believing in yourself. You're going to start looking at the week ahead and going, I can actually do this. But then we take this one step further. You see, as much as we can recognize all of those successes that we've had in our past, so maybe even yesterday on the weekend, maybe last week, last month, even last year, what we now start to do is once we've recognized those, we start to look at what are those little successes that you want for the week ahead. So what you need to now do is you start looking in this week ahead. Today is Monday. By Friday, what is it that I want to accomplish? What is it that is so powerful that if I accomplish that, when I do my reflections on the past week, it's going to make me feel good. You see, what we want to start to do is to have all these positive thoughts, these thoughts that we're successful. And I know every single one of you are successful. So make sure that you're actually reflecting on your past, all those successes that you've had, acknowledge them, and then set up those tasks, those goals, those milestones for the week ahead. And then it's a matter of going, well, now I know what to do. And it's all about having that vision and having that focus, knowing the self-confidence that you are successful. It's a simple thing for today, but that is one of my biggest masteries in mindset for this week is make sure you acknowledge your past successes, and they can be small, they can be large, and start setting those particular milestones for this week ahead. Off you go, get into that, and I promise you, you're going to have one of the most amazing weeks ahead because it's going to be in your thoughts. And remember, what you think about manifests into the actions. So go ahead, put those together, and I cannot wait to have another chat with you next week, same time.